welcome back to Susan Dawn Spiritual Connections. Welcome to a brand new Sacred Union energy update. Happy new moon in Pisces. Hope everyone is feeling all right. This is a biggie because not only is the energy really strong, you might be feeling a lot of daydreamy energy, a lot of romantic energy. It's a powerful day for manifesting and just kind of setting your intentions and setting the stage. Remember, new moon and full moon energy will continue a little bit before and a little bit after the actual lunar event. But we're also about to head into eclipse season at the end of the month. And this eclipse season is going to be big. Big. We're already feeling the momentum build up with this, and I'll be doing some channeling on this going forward in the days ahead. But big energy, big movement. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're grounding yourself, especially with this Piscean energy. Again, you might be feeling very dreamy. You might even be feeling like a little bit like woozy, like very fluid in your mind, like you're underwater. That's why it's really important to ground your energy, rest as you feel called to. Showers, baths, being in the water might actually help as well to ground this energy and clear the energy. You might be feeling incredibly romantic. I've just been watching and reading Regency era books, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, like all my favorite Jane Austen adaptations, and Regency era stuff like Bridgerton, and it's just gotten me very like in this romantic kind of energy, this lovey kind of energy, and it feels good. It just feels like anchoring into that expression of love. So yeah, I think just keep anchoring in, keep integrating. I know some of you might be experiencing some struggles or some challenges, depends on where you are in your journey. If you are in physical reunion with your counterpart, on the precipice of physical reunion with your counterpart, in communication with your counterpart, then I really recommend the channeling and reading called Reunion and Reconciliation. That is specifically for divine feminines who are either in communication, on the precipice of that reunion, or having that reconciliation, depending on where you are. But I really recommend that reading and channeling as well. Make sure that you're staying tuned to my newsletter, susandonspiritual.com, because I have some really exciting announcements. I've been working very hard behind the scenes, and I have really exciting announcements of some upcoming projects I'm getting ready to debut, and some changes and evolution in my business. So, especially with regards to readings, etc. So make sure that you're staying tuned. All right, so let's see what this new moon is bringing in. I actually have no idea. I've been so busy behind the scenes that I'm just kind of tuned into my own energy, working on clearing my own energy. Anything that comes up, I just send love, I just send light, I just transmute, bear witness to and observe without touching the story. I'm transmuting very quickly, very easily, but I haven't been paying too much attention to the collective, to be perfectly frank. So this is going to be very interesting for me as well. Okay, well, we're starting with believe in the impossible. I had to take a moment with that because, man, that's like the universe saying your dreams are coming true. I don't know how else to put it. Like, your dreams are coming true. And this Piscean energy is dream big. Don't be afraid to dream big. I just read a quote. Oh, gosh. What is it? It's Maya Angelou. And I can't remember when I'm channeling. Something along the lines of... I'm going to find it. I wrote it down. It's Maya Angelou. She says, have enough courage to trust love one more time and always one more time. That's what this energy feels like. This energy feels like open your heart, soften that heart. Allow yourself to believe, allow yourself to dream, and then dream bigger. Where you limited yourself, don't hold yourself back, especially when it comes to love. Giving love, receiving love, being love. Just allow yourself to open your heart, keep that heart open, and be that embodiment of love that you truly, truly are. And believe in the impossible with regards to that love being returned. That's one of the spiritual laws, one of the, I think there are 12 karmic universal laws, is that whatever you put out, it comes back to you. It's just a law of the universe. Whatever you put out comes back to you. And that's why it's so important for you to be in that steady vibration, in that steady frequency of love. And the more you clear and heal and work on your inner growth along this journey, the more you integrate and embody that higher frequency so that it's just as natural as breathing. It becomes an organic process. And that's where we are on this journey, where we are embodying that peace, that higher level of joy, that higher level of love. We're embodying more compassion, more kindness. And so we're seeing through the lens of that higher consciousness. And what we're seeing is a reflection of that higher consciousness, and that's what's returned to us. It's the reflection, right? So as within, so without, it's always the reflection. So who you are is always being reflected back to you. And so that's where they're saying, don't be afraid to dream bigger. You've shifted, you've grown, you're continuing to grow, you're continuing to evolve. It's a constant, infinite process, this journey. Don't let that scare you. Don't let that scare you that it's a constant, eternal process, because it's all about the journey, and you're just going to keep evolving as a soul. Keep evolving, keep evolving, keep evolving. And think back to where you were. Think back to who you were. And it's just getting better and better and better. I was saying to somebody, maybe a client, and I said, when I was in the throes of Lyme disease was a huge catalyst for another layer of my awakening. When I was in the throes of struggling and suffering with Lyme disease, I learned how to stand up for myself, how to trust my intuition. I learned how to advocate for others and myself. I just learned, and I grew, and I became stronger. I became just a better version of myself, bolder, more confident. I became just a better version of myself. I didn't think that it could get any better than that. I thought I reached, that's it. This is who I've become. And then ascension came. And ascension is like a whole other ballgame. And it makes you dive deeper. It makes you go further. It makes you become more. And you embody more of your authentic self. You embody more of your truth. You embody more of that love by going deeper and deeper and deeper within. Don't be afraid to dream bigger now. Don't be afraid to believe in what you might have once thought was impossible. You might have once feared the other shoe dropping because that had been your experience in the past. But that past version doesn't exist anymore. Don't be afraid anymore to believe and have faith. Your dreams are manifesting. All right, tell me more. What do we need to know with regards to this union energy? What do we need to know with regards to this union energy? Work through your fears. Confirmation there, and confidence is your key to success. I feel like this is confirmation here. Interesting, we have 2 new moons, so lots of new beginning energy coming through here. New moons are ripe for manifestation, setting the intentions, but it's also about allowing the past to be in the past and allowing yourself to start over is the energy that I'm getting here. So work through your fears. What does it mean to start over? What does it mean to have a new beginning? Especially when it comes to these counterparts. That could be with a new person, or that could be with the same person who activated you to your ascension, who's been your catalyst partner, your ascension partner, your sacred partner. What are the fears that are associated with it? Your confidence, working through those fears, is going to be the key to your success in making those dreams come true. Your confidence, your courage is going to be that key to success. Now, fearlessness does not mean that you're unafraid. Fearlessness means that you have the courage, that you have the strength, that you have the confidence within yourself to know that whatever happens, you're going to be okay. No matter what happens, you're connected to yourself. You're connected to God's source. No matter what happens, you have the tools and the resources to overcome any challenges, to face any fears. Being fearless does not mean having no fear. Not in that definition that we mean. It means having that courage and having that strength and being brave enough to take that step. That's what it means to work through those fears. Take the step and work through those fears. Okay, let's see what's going on for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. What's going on with the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. I did see the card emotions are running high at the bottom of the deck. So depending on maybe how tuned into the collective you are, maybe where you are in your own journey, you might be feeling those heightened emotions. And again, that's very Piscean energy. Piscean energy is water energy. So you might be feeling the stirring of those emotions. Just allow yourself to ground, allow yourself to observe whatever it is that you are experiencing, feeling, whatever is coming up to the surface. Observe it without attachment, without creating another story around it. Be the witness of yourself. Self-soothe, regulate your emotions. There's a ton of resources that are available to help you learn how to do that. Somatic healing might be helpful as well. But really just grounding the energy, allowing yourself to ground and not attach to the emotions that you're feeling, just allowing yourself to transmute whatever it is that's coming up. All right, so let's see what's going on for the Divine Masculine. What's going on for the Divine Masculine? We have attraction. I'm getting the phrase law of attraction here. And I feel like there might be a little bit of a hermit energy. They might be a little bit withdrawn right now, but I feel like it's because there's a contemplation energy that's going on. I feel like, oh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to take that as well. I feel like they are, for some who might not have a conscious knowledge of spiritual concepts, they might be learning about law of attraction. For others, they might be understanding their own power as a creator. And when I say the word power, I don't mean the corrupt version of power that we have known within the confines and constructs of the patriarchy, for example. The distorted masculine within the constructs of the patriarchy has been taking control, about claiming power rather than recognizing it as everyone's divine right. And that's what's dismantling right now, right? And now when we say patriarchy, it's not moving to the matriarchy, it's coming into balance, bringing the polarities into balance, into harmony. And for too long, it had been fixed and stuck in a distorted template. So there's a shift that's occurring globally, collectively, but we're seeing this in the individual masculines as well, in the individual masculine collective as well. And I feel like this masculine is recognizing their power, recognizing their strength. We did a reading, I think it was for the Patreon membership, where we talked about this, where the masculine is really beginning to come through as the magician, as the master manifester, beginning to recognize their role as a creator. And that's where they're beginning to take responsibility and accountability for their life, because they're seeing that it's their choices and their creations that create their life in various ways. And so I feel like they're beginning to really understand the power of themselves, the power that they hold within, where they might have given that power over away to others. They might have neglected that within themselves and sacrificed that within themselves and given that over away to others, very much unconsciously. They're bringing me to like childhood, very much unconsciously, where others perhaps had tried to control them, where others had expectations for them, where others had a sense of obligation or gave them a sense of obligation. You have to do this, you have to do that. They're starting to take back control of their own life, and they're starting to see the power that exists within them to direct and lead their own life. And that's Emperor energy right there. So I feel like this new moon energy is really showing the masculines the power of attraction and the power of creation. And I feel like I'm actually getting this energy of they might be testing this a little bit. I'm also getting an energy, I'm going to get back to that in a minute. I'm getting an energy of divine feminines. They might be trying to manifest you. They might be trying to manifest you as the one making the first step or the first move. If you're not in contact or you're not in communication, they might be trying to manifest a visit or a phone call or an email or something. But that's something that they're working through in order to find the courage to rise, to be that masculine, to take that action, because that is what the masculine energy does. They take that action, they take that lead in the physical. But they might be trying to manifest some kind of interaction with you. For others, they are beginning to understand and recognize, again, the power of their own creative abilities. And they might be testing this in various ways in their life, in small steps in their life. And I feel a lot of this is because it's almost like new territory for them. Now, this could be conscious or unconscious, but this feels like it's like kind of like new territory for them. And this comes from a real shift in perspective of believing in themselves, of believing in the universe even. This is a very different way of thinking for them, where they had been extremely guarded, especially against the universe. This is them opening themselves up to the universe, and I feel like they're beginning to kind of like play with this and test this manifestation and the power of their own creation. It's very interesting, this energy. It's very interesting. I'm gonna move on to the divine feminines now. Divine feminines, what's going on for the divine feminines? Fruition, I like this. What this tells me, and actually you guys are mirroring this in the realm of manifestation. Divine feminines, you have self-mastered that manifestation. You've mastered your creation energy, and it's all coming into fruition. And I'm hearing stay the course. Whatever it is that you're dreaming now, whatever it is that you're creating now, it's going to be ramping up. That momentum in the physical particularly is going to be ramping up. So this could be with regards to, it could be with regards to relationships, but I'm getting more along the lines of your own life, your own journey. So this could be job changes, career changes. This could be coming into alignment with new opportunities, new projects, creative projects. It could be your business that's ramping up, finances that are changing and increasing. It could be little things that you've been trying to manifest that all of a sudden are dropping into your lap, like gifts and things like that, experiences, like tickets to a show or a present from a friend or something like that, little things like that. But it's like it's all beginning to like really ramp up and come in for you, and that's because you have recognized your creative abilities, your manifestation mastery, and so it's all coming in. There's an energy of abundance that's here. Now I'm getting to the message of you're not getting it all at once, because you have to really integrate that master manifester energy to the point where your nervous system feels good about whatever it is that you're receiving. So, Divine Feminines, along your journey, you have been stepping into the feminine energy of receiving and allowing yourself to receive, especially if for most of your life or in the past you had been in that overgiving mode, especially when it comes to love. In any dynamic, trying to prove your love, trying to prove yourself, and so you were sacrificing yourself, neglecting yourself, and overgiving. So now you have really integrated the divine feminine energy of receiving, allowing yourself to receive, and so that's where your mastery has really come in. You know when to give, you know when to receive, in that balance, in that union of your inner masculine and feminine energies. I feel like, again, the momentum is picking up and so much is coming in for you. But I feel like it's becoming a process because you're getting more and more and more comfortable with that receiving mode and being in that energy. And it's like, if you had it all at once, would you sabotage? If you had it all at once, would you push it away? And so it's like the momentum is picking up as like a snowball effect for you to get more and more and more comfortable because you're getting everything that you've ever wanted. When it comes to your finances, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to relationship, whatever this is, it's all coming to fruition. Believe in it. Believe in the impossible. Dream those dreams. Dream those dreams, baby, because it's coming true. But it's because of the inner work that you've done to become aligned to it, so that you're not pushing it away, so that you're not resisting it, so that you're allowing yourself to be open energetically to it. But there might be some adjustments, there might be some like nervous system work or energy work to allow yourself to keep receiving it so that you don't fall into patterns of self-sabotage. That might be for, certain people, a certain message for a certain collective or segment of the collective. But I feel like that could also resonate with everybody, just becoming more and more and more comfortable with having your dreams come true. We might not be used to this. but become more and more comfortable because everything is coming to fruition here. It's interesting. I'm not getting a lot of sacred union energy. I feel like there is union energy. We've been channeling that for the past several weeks, even the past several months. Those union doorways are open, but this new moon really feels like there's an individual focus that doesn't detract from or deny the union energies that are here. It just feels like with this new moon, you might be individually focused. And that's where your inner work is. That's what brings about your physical union. So I encourage you guys to make sure that you are checking out the previous sacred union energy updates. One of my clients actually reminded me of a reading that we did last year that's resonating even now. So I've been reposting some of the previous timeless sacred union energy updates as they're resonating even now. So you can even go back through the playlist and see what might resonate for your journey at this time, whatever calls to you, because there might be messages in there that resonate even deeper than maybe when you first listened to it. Because that's what it is. As you grow and you evolve, you're gonna interpret things and translate things and understand things from a different perspective and from a different level. So all of these readings are meant to be timeless, and some of the energy from last year even is, or past couple of years even, is really still kind of resonant. But yeah, I feel like there's not a whole lot of union energy right now coming through. I'm going to do another reading in a couple of days and see what this new moon has shifted. But right now, it feels like there's an individual focus. So Divine Feminines, you might just be focused on your healing work, your clearing work, your inner work. You might be focused on your creations, like your physical creations. And that's going to pick up the momentum. It's interesting. The divine feminine feels more like an active energy, so she might be, operating more in her masculine. The masculine feels more of a contemplative energy, so he might be more in his feminine right now. It's a very interesting energy. Very interesting. All right. I'm just going to get a little bit more for the masculine and feminine, then we're going to move to a extended reading for the Patreon membership. Patreon membership is moving to YouTube beginning in April, so make sure you sign up for my newsletter for that and stay tuned to the channel here for those changes. What do we need to know for the masculine at this time? So we have the Eight of Swords immediately to come out. There might be some tower moments that are coming through. That's breaking them out. I'm actually hearing breaking them out of this Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So with the 8 energy, I do feel like there is this movement. I feel like there is this shift that's coming. They're giving me like the Eight of Swords, no, the Eight of Wands energy. It feels like movement. So even though we have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, which feels very stagnant, I don't feel a stagnancy in this energy at all. I feel like there's movement. I feel like they're breaking free. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like they're focused on breaking free from any limiting beliefs, from any stagnant perspectives. This is a real shift in perspective, and that Eight of Swords is limiting beliefs, and that's part of what they're learning here about manifestation, or they're practicing with regards to manifestation, or they are claiming their power in some way by shifting out of those limiting beliefs. Claiming your power is not power over somebody. It's claiming the power, your sovereignty, your own self-personal empowerment within yourself. That's what is occurring here. It's interesting. The wind all day has been crazy here. It's like gust after gust after gust, and it just feels like this sense of power is brewing, is circling, but it doesn't feel chaotic. It feels very centered. It feels very grounded, and that's where you are now. You have become much more grounded in yourself, in the core of who you are, and there might be chaos swirling around you, but that's your power. That's your personal empowerment, being very grounded. It's like the center of a tornado, right? It's like the tornado might whirl and whirl and whirl around you, but you're in the very center. I can't find it now, but I channeled a message in my book Daybreak about that. It's just this energy of, let me find it. Okay, I hate when they bring me to something and I can't remember for the life of me what it is. So this is my book, Daybreak. It's daily messages to illuminate your spiritual life. And the channeled message is, there's a storm whirling around you, but you're the calm at the center. Because of your growth and evolution, you're not affected by the chaos and conflict that surrounds you now. Stay in the middle, in the neutral center. Don't get sucked into the drama and toxicity that comes from a lower vibrational energy. Ground yourself, calm yourself. Remain in that place of peace within. And then the second message is, you're an anchor for the chaos around you through your grounding energy. By not taking part or elevating the chaos, you're naturally affecting the course of things to bring through more peace. Return to the calm within the chaos through your own self-awareness, compassion, and care. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have to create your outward reality. When you're in an energy of high vibration and prosperity, you naturally attract in high vibrational experiences and material abundance. Similarly, if you're in lack or scarcity mindset, the universe will respond in kind. Be aware of your thoughts and energy as you create your future. Okay, so I love that. I love when they bring us something that is just confirmation of everything that we're channeling, because that's it exactly. It's like the manifestation energy is that law of cause and effect. It's that law of the universe. It's the vibration that you hold is the vibration that's returned, or what you see reflected return to you. And that's this energy here for the Divine Masculine. I feel like they're breaking free from limiting beliefs, maybe old versions of themselves, a perspective about themselves, patterns that they've held or been repeating. They're really doing some inner work here, and that might be bringing up some emotions. Now, the emotions are not chaos. It might feel chaotic, and that might make you want to kind of like close down in and of yourself, but the emotions, you have to feel it to get through it, right? You have to feel it to heal it. You have to reveal it to heal it. And the emotions, feeling the emotions, as uncomfortable as it might be, is what allows you to break free from these limiting beliefs. So it might feel like a storm of emotions. Part of that chaos, that wind energy, might actually be the emotions, a flood of emotions, especially with Pisces. But I feel like this Divine Masculine is really working hard on setting themselves free, because they're recognizing their own power to do so. That power doesn't come from anybody else. It is one's own choice to break free. Powerful, powerful energy here. Divine Feminines, what do we need to know for you? 9 of Wands. Ooh, you're in a little bit of a warrior spirit, aren't you? 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. I feel like you have gotten some strength, some courage to keep going. You might have felt really exhausted lately. You might have felt really weary along this journey in certain situations or challenges. But I feel like where you might have given up, it's like, no, I'm almost at the end. I'm almost where I need to be. I'm going to keep going. This has an incredibly motivating energy. This has an energy of the warrior, the inner warrior, the warrior that you've become along this journey. And it's like, you know what? All these battles that I've fought, everything that I've been through, I could have given up, but I didn't. And this is where I am. I'm at the end. I'm at the end of a really difficult phase, and I can see that castle in the clouds. I can see my dreams coming true. I just have to keep going. It's a really motivating energy here. What's on the other end of this 10 of Wands? 6 of Cups. Believe in the impossible. The 6 of Cups is that reconciliation energy, that reunion energy. Could be past life soulmate, could be your counterpart, could be both. Same energy, the label doesn't matter. It's just this energy of reunion, reconciliation, coming back together. It's a really sweet energy. And so I feel like we've been talking a lot about coming back to the beginning again, but you come back to the beginning with a renewed sense of self, with a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of awareness about what this journey is, a higher level of understanding of what it means to be in a conscious connection, a sacred relationship. So I feel like this 6 of Cups is really sweet, and it's very nurturing, very loving. And so I feel like it's like coming back around to the beginning when you meet. If this is somebody new, we've talked about this in reunion and reconciliation channeling. If this is somebody new, it's like you're at the start of your journey, all over again, but not to the place that you were. You're in a different phase. You're in a different level. But it's going to be that same kind of energy of homecoming and familiarity and love and joy. And it's going to be anchored in now. You're going to be able to sustain that union now. If this is your original counterpart, then there's a transformation that has been taking place. And so when you reunite or when you reconcile, again, same as the previous message, it's It's a lighter sense of connection. It's more harmony. It's more joy. Remember, when you and your counterpart come together, you trigger the shadows in each other. But through your ascension journey, you're clearing those aspects away. You're clearing the shadows. You're clearing the masks. You're clearing the patterns and programs that were there within the unconscious. And as you make the unconscious conscious, you shift in consciousness. And you become more loving, more compassionate, more authentically you. It becomes integrated. You become the embodiment of that love. And because of that, you're able to more consciously communicate. You're able to hold a healthier connection and dynamic with each other. And you're able to sustain that union now. That's what this feels like. It feels like a reconciliation. It feels like a reunion where you're coming back around to the beginning, but not the beginning. You're not where you were. You're in a higher level of consciousness and a higher level of connection where you'll now be able to sustain that union. And yeah, with the Three of Wands, you can feel this you're right on the edge. You're right on the horizon. You're right on the precipice of this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of, if you're not in contact and communication already, if you haven't met somebody already, for those who might be meeting somebody new, I feel like there is, within the next couple of weeks, I feel like eclipse season is going to be big, 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 big. Now, trust in your own intuition. You know which path is yours. You feel that within your heart space. So keep tuning into your heart space. Nobody can determine that path for you but you. You know what feels true to you, and you know where you are in the process. So don't rush the process. Let it unfold. Don't try to control it. Again, I really encourage you guys to check out the reunion and reconciliation channeling. For those of you who are feeling this energy, you're going to have so much clarity, and there's going to be so many answers there with regards to any fears that crop up, any anxieties that crop up, and how to handle that, how to keep embodying that higher sense of love and stay anchored into your heart space. There's a lot that's happening energetically right now. So if you're not seeing anything in the physical, it's because there's a lot happening behind the scenes energetically. You might be having a lot of dreams that's actively clearing or actively reuniting you with your counterpart in your dreams. There might be a lot of healing and mending that's happening energetically or in dream state, which is one and the same. But again, there's these small steps are actually really quantum leaps. They're energetically huge. So don't mind the small steps, because those small steps are the breakthroughs. Okay? All right, we're going to go on to the Patreon, and we'll be back. Sending lots of love and lots of light.